Good evening and welcome to the Monday, August 11th meeting of the Green Bay Plan Commission. We'll start with a roll call. Chair Lisa Hanson, present. Vice Chair Jacob Miller is excused. Alder Jim Hutchinson,
Present.
Commissioner Darius Daniels,
Present.
Commissioner Ken Ravinsky,
Present.
Commissioner Emma Fullwilder, present, and Commissioner Kelsey Lutzel.
You're muted or really quiet.
Present.
Present?
Okay.
Just have a little delay.
All right, moving on to the approval of the agenda. Approval of the agenda for the Monday, August 11th, 2025 meeting of the Green Bay Plan Commission.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ravinsky, second by Commissioner Fullwilder. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Moving on to approval of minutes. Approval of the minutes from the Monday, July 28th, 2025 meeting.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ravinsky, second by Commissioner Daniels. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, and then moving on to regular business, and our first item is a public hearing. And the public hearing has been properly posted and public notification has been published in the Green Bay Press Times. The Plan Commission is interested in hearing public comments on the subject agenda items. We invite your comments and ask that you state your address, whether you represent a group or association, and whether you favor, oppose, or are only providing information in this matter. We also ask that you confine your testimony to facts related to the proposal at hand and avoid repetitive testimony. City staff will provide a presentation during the public hearings, and questions raised by the public may be asked, but they will not be answered by staff until the upcoming actionable item. You must be recognized by the Plan Commission in order to speak, and your comments must be addressed to the chair. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes, and we will now open the public hearing on item number 1. Public hearing for request to rezone properties at 519 South Oneida Street from general commercial and general industrial to public institutional, submitted by City of Green Bay Department of Public Works property owner.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. So this is the rezone for the municipal garage site on South Oneida and Mason Street. So if you're familiar with the area, you have Mason running east-west on the south, Oneida Street runs north-south. This property itself is made up of actually 10 individual parcels. So as we've seen happen many times, as the garage and the garbage area and the salt storage and all of that increased, they purchased properties but never consolidated them together. So they've come to us and want to consolidate them together. And if you go to the next one. Well, here's just how you can see it. Functions as one big property itself. You have industrial to the east, some commercial to the south and the west. That's okay.
I don't even hear about this.
And to the north, you have low density residential. So this is the future land use. Future land use is kind of all over the place. It's basically showing it industrial, some residential, and then other public or semi-public along the frontage. That will be cleaned up with our comp plan cleanup. You can go to the next. So this is kind of the zoning, and it's going to explain it just as it's on there. So again, there's 10 parcels. Most of it is zoned public institutional, public property / institutional, which is the appropriate zoning designation for this use. But you'll notice there's been 3 probably added on parcels over time that have different zoning. So there's 2 on the southern portion that are zoned general commercial, and then 1 on the eastern portion that's general industrial. So they can't consolidate those lots together without having all the zoning the same. So that's what they would be, that is what they're requesting to come forward, change the zoning, all public institutional. They'll follow that up later with a lot consolidation.
Okay. All right, with this public hearing, we're looking to hear from anyone who would like to speak on this item. Is there anyone wishing to speak? Is there anyone wishing to speak? Let the record reflect that no one came forward and this public hearing is now closed. Moving on to the corresponding actionable item, item number 2. Consideration with possible action on a request to rezone properties at 519 South Oneida Street from general commercial and general industrial to public institutional, submitted by City of Green Bay Department of Public Works property owner.
We are all in favor of going down one side. And in favor of consolidating the law. Obviously, it's not a condition, but. Recommend approval.
All right,
Approve. Second.
got a motion by Commissioner Daniels, a second by Commissioner Vinsky. Any further discussion? All right, we'll go ahead with the vote. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, and then that will move forward to city council for the 19th.
What is that?
All right. All right, moving on then to item number 3, which is a public hearing. And this public hearing has, automatic. Public hearing for a request to rezone property at 520 South Oakland from general industrial to public institutional, submitted by Jerry Bader of Samaritan's Heart Inc., property owner and applicant.
I just want to introduce Sawyer Van Camp. He is planner of the city, intern. So he's going to be running this project through. So,
Yes, thank you very much. This application, as you said, is for a rezone at 520 South Oakland Avenue from general industrial to public institutional. This is a 14,987 square foot lot, and it currently has a religious institute located on council. It is, as you can see, located a block to the west of Ashland Avenue. Then if you look to the south, you can see Mason Street is there as well. The future zoning for this property is medium to high density housing. This isn't consistent with the future use recommendation. So in a situation like this, if the public institutionally zoned land is ever transferred to any government or quasi-governmental entity, it will then need to be rezoned to match with the 2022 Smart Growth Comprehensive Plan. Looking at the zoning of the property, it is public institutional, which does not reflect the current use. It relates to the general industrial, to the north and to the west. And then you can see also to the south is low density residential, and to the east is office residential. You go back to the aerial. This is just a zoning cleanup action. The general industrial zoning does not reflect the current use. This has been a church for 20 years. And so rezoning it will better match the institutional nature of the current use. This will just ensure consistency between the zoning and the actual land use.
Okay, all right. So now with this public hearing, we're looking to hear from anyone who would like to speak on this item. Oh, I thought you were wanting to speak. I'm like,
No,
really?
no.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak? Is there anyone wishing to speak? Let the record reflect that no one came forward and this public hearing is now closed. Moving on to the corresponding actionable item, item number 4. Consideration with possible action on a request to rezone property at 520 South Oakland from general industrial to public institutional, submitted by Jerry Bader of Samaritan's Heart Inc., property owner and applicant.
We recommend approval for this request.
All right.
Motion to approve.
Second. Got a motion by Commissioner Ravinsky, a second by Commissioner Wilder. Any further discussion? It's just a cleanup, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Correct. All right. Any further discussion? All right, hearing none, we'll go ahead with the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that will move forward then to City Council for August 19th. Moving on to item number 5, which is a public hearing. Public hearing on a request for a conditional use permit to allow a single-family home in the office residential zoning district at 315 North Ashland Avenue, submitted by Brian Kopak, property owner.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So this item is a conditional use permit. The property is located at 315 North Ashland Avenue. And here's a photo of what the home currently looks like. Yeah. It's rare.
Yeah.
House. And then, as far as the future land use goes, pretty much it's surrounded by low to medium density, housing. And then for zoning, that particular property is zoned to office residential. And the properties to the west are low density residential. And then the office residential, to the south and to the east as well. So basically the reason for this zoning is because of the downtown. The office residential is meant to be a transition district from downtown to our low density areas. And, in the OR district, single family actually requires a conditional use permit, where generally the permitted use in OR is office uses and higher density residential uses. So this is a little unique district compared to what we maybe normally see. So since the applicant is looking to convert what is currently a two-family, but a two-family duplex requires a conditional use permit as well, but it's a legal non-conforming. But since he's changing it now to a single family, he needs the conditional use permit. And there are 7 criteria that a conditional use permit does need to comply with. And I guess I will leave it with that. And yeah, no public hearing.
All right, so now with this public hearing, we're looking to hear from anyone who'd like to speak on this item. Is there anyone wishing to speak on this item?
I do.
Go ahead and just state your name and address for the record, please.
Brian Kopic, 315 North Ashland Avenue. So I am the homeowner in question, or asking for this conditional use permit. And actually, I will say that the home, we've been using it as a home for, I don't know, like 20 years as a single family home, like took out the dividing portions of that home. And I actually was unaware that we needed to do this stuff. And so now that I know that, that's why I've done this conditional use permit to just change it back to keep it a single family home essentially. And I think more single family homes in that area would be a good thing. There's a lot of rental properties in the area. I see a lot of, sidewalks not being shoveled and lawns getting out of control and things like that. And so, I don't know, I think that this is a good thing, so.
All right, thank you so much. Is there anyone else wishing to speak on this item? Is there anyone else wishing to speak on this item? Is there anyone else wishing to speak on this item? Let the record reflect that no one came forward and this public hearing is now closed. Moving on to the corresponding actionable item, item number 6. Consideration with possible action on a request for a conditional use permit to allow a single family home in the office residential zoning district at 315 North Ashland Avenue, submitted by Brian Kopic, property owner.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So, as Brian had mentioned, this home has already gone through the transformation process, and they still have to do some electrical separation. So staff does recommend approval of the request. We haven't heard back from any opposition from any neighbors or the neighborhood association. Fort Howard Neighborhood Association was notified. So we're recommending approval, subject to two conditions. That all necessary building permits for the conversion of a two-family dwelling to a single-family dwelling must be obtained by the property owner. And then two, that compliance with all other regulations of the Green Bay Municipal be followed. That's our recommendation.
Okay. So I think it's curious that with a property that's been converted to a two-family, if they hadn't had someone in the second apartment for a year, they automatically lose that two-family anyway. Am I making sense right now?
Yes, but it's on the water, right? So.
Right, no, and I think that
Normally,
area,
you're right. you
right,
think
normally
that
that, but it's just
was
that
for a year.
that area, I think, is because they assumed it being on Ashland, but north of Dousman, it is not. The truck route is on Broadway, so this is literally right around the corner from where I live on Kellogg, so I saw the zoning sign out and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be on my agenda. I wonder what's going on, and then I saw the agenda, so I don't have any problem with that being a single family. I mean, he's surrounded, I think, by a lot of buildings that have been converted. I'm trying to think, oh yeah, that one next to him is a three-family and the other side is a two-family. So he's actually one of the only single families over there.
That's not a church.
No, that's a three-family, and I remember when it was for sale, and I'm so sad because I just bought something else that I could buy, because that's beautiful. No, it's a three, it's
This one is
two up,
right.
it's a three, yeah, it's two upper and then it's a lower,
There's-
but yeah, I'm sorry, off
Sure,
topic,
it was.
but yeah, that, it was like 105 and I. Okay,
So-
so I don't personally, as a neighbor, I don't have a problem with this issue.
Probably 300,000.
What's that? Oh, right, 350, are you kidding? 350, maybe four. Yeah, so, but yeah, as a neighbor, I don't have a problem with this being a single family, with the use that's already been used for 20 years.
Comment, I spoke with Alder Profit, the alder in this area, 2 hours ago, and she said she received several comments and all were in favor of this conditional use permit.
What's the notification? Because I didn't get a notification.
It's this boundary.
200 feet.
Oh, oh, no, it's not far. Never mind. Cause I mean, there is a business on that block. I mean, that the glass business, D&D Glass is on there. But that's literally the only business that I can think of on that entire stretch up until you get to Mather, when you have the car lots on the corners there, so.
Motion to approve is recommended.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Vinsky, second by Commissioner Lutzo. Any further discussion? Go ahead with the vote. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, and that will move forward then to city council for August 19th.
Right, I should kind of bring it up, so the conditional uses will be August 19th for action, and then the zone changes would go August 19th, and then again September 16th.
Right.
So there's a little
Reading.
longer gap,
Right.
I think there's only one meeting.
Oh, okay. All right, moving on to informational, comprehensive plan draft review update.
Yes, so I want to close this down, I wanted to share with you this little note that says master copy. Which is nice, so this is our last, well, latest and greatest final draft of the comp plan. I'm just bringing it up, I won't, I'm not gonna go over any sections of it, we've kind of done that a couple times before. But I wanna let you know, tomorrow, we're gonna put it live online. So as plan commissioners, we'll shoot you out an email to take a look and do a deeper dive if you like. Kind of, pick and choose the areas you wanna really hit. We plan to have a open house on September 3rd at the water utility building. Where it'll just kind of be walking through, looking at portions of it, talking to staff, giving your comments. There'll be online comments as well. It'll continue through the month, through August, and then into September. Then we'll have that special plan commission meeting on Thursday, the 4th. I believe that's a Thursday. It's a Thursday. And that would be the public hearing, and then action, if you so choose, or you can hold it at that time, or whatever you like. And then that goes out on the council, so it's been a long trek, about 24 months so far. And it is a good document, I'm glad we were gonna try to bring it forward in June. And we did some more revisions and some more editing, and it's much better, so. I mean, I guess if we could do it for another 3 months, it'd even be better, but. Yeah. But a lot of the stuff you see on the land use maps and a lot of the comp plan amendments will hopefully start dropping down. But the next stage, typically after you do a comp plan, after the council adopts it, then you hit the zoning code. So, you can expect probably some stuff coming really quickly that we've been waiting to do until this was done. And then maybe Cheryl can find some money, a whole revision to the code. So some of these other
Wait, who's finding-
issues and other stuff maybe would go away. Now, obviously, you can't solve everybody's problems and, like the OR, when that was done in 2003, the thought was we are gonna increase densities, it should get closer to downtown. So it was intentional. Those things, the twos had to get approval. But
Two questions. Can we access that hard copy by coming into the office?
certainly.
It's a lot easier for me to just.
Yeah.
An hour, go through it.
And if you would like a hard copy, I'll make it a point. If you want a hard copy, we can print them off.
I don't wanna print it off just for me.
Oh,
So if you have it in the office, I can come in.
sure.
Okay.
We have, I think, 4 printed copies right now. Feel free to come in. You can borrow one.
Oh, you do?
For a while.
Okay. Oh, can I borrow one?
You certainly can.
Oh, shoot, okay. And then.
You can have your own, Jim.
That's too much.
Too many trees.
You borrow one,
Yeah,
make a
there's a lot
new
of
one,
trees.
right?
Now, are the zoning, like, we're gonna revise zoning, is it gonna be on an individual basis, or are you gonna group some, so?
Well, that would come after. So this,
Well, I know.
once this is adopted, the whole land use plan will be, future land use plan will be adopted,
Yeah.
and then staff will go through. Sometimes with consultants, sometimes just as staff, and we just, we do the whole city in one hit.
Oh, in one hit,
Yep,
so one open hearing. Meeting and then
correct.
close it to comments and then,
Yep,
okay.
yep. We usually do the entire map.
Okay,
Obviously, things get missed and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, but we do our best to try to match it to the
Okay.
future land use.
cool.
So, but sometimes it's difficult because people are like, well, let's say it's going from an industrial future land use to multifamily. And you may get, well, I don't want to give up my industrial status. And that's
Yeah.
where you kind of gotta make the call, right? So, but that would come later. But so that future land use plan in here is important to look at.
Okay,
Um, But yeah, it's a good document. It's not hard to read. And it's written more in layman's terms, so. Yeah. I hope you enjoy it while you look at it. As much as you can enjoy
okay,
it.
I think I'm gonna be via Zoom.
Okay.
Well,
Well, you're gonna be hitting it afterwards again anyway, so.
Okay, but I was wondering, maybe if I could take one of those existing copies with me and then have it there, but,
Sure. Yeah, I'll grab mine on the way out.
okay, perfect.
Yeah, and so really, tomorrow, we're gonna put this online on its own little tab in our Kobe Green Bay page. There'll be a little comment box where you just write the page number and then whatever your comments are. We haven't decided if we want names yet. Sometimes those are better not to have than to have. And then that will run with our comms push, so we send out scores and scores of emails to stakeholders, to groups that we work with, to anybody who signed up over our, 1,000 of people that showed up at our events over the summers. And, yeah, that's the case, but this draft will be the one that goes forward. Any comments coming out of the plan commission or the public or anybody else will be on a separate spreadsheet. So the council will be able to see what those recommendations are, what staff recommends for them. And then, but they'll have this clean, so this is the plan. So there you go, that's all really.
All right, director's report.
All right, so you've got your updated tracker in the packet. I can tell you that we are continue to actively work on fire station flats, which is the bad issue in the building. And we'll start to see it. I think they're taking the asbestos out now, so that demolition has been ordered and it's moving forward. So that continues on, as well as the project at 222 Cherry, which is the old bosses. We need to update that development agreement, so I'm hoping that both of those either go as a special meeting. In August or September, so the two big project for a while. RDA meets tomorrow, we'll be creating 1032, which is the Pines project, which is the Dorchard. How many units was that, 48?
I want to say 48, might have been
Single
40.
families, We'll be creating that TID tomorrow, as well as, we're proposing to hold TID 12 open an additional year for affordable housing. So, that would be good. That would give us about $3.4 million if we hold that TID open for an additional year. And then close it, we can use that money for affordable housing projects. And then tomorrow, we are taking a new planning action with 360, developer 360 real estate for the Monroe site. So we actually had a planning option with them, originally that expired in April, May, I believe. They were gonna do one larger building and townhomes. They found out that that project, that financial plan didn't work on that site with the volume of the larger building. So they're presenting a phased project, 3 phases, 2 living unit buildings and then 24 townhomes on the backside. So that'll be coming, they'd like a planning option until the end of this year, with being in the ground in the spring of next year potentially, so. Hopefully, 3 times the charm on that site, but probably didn't know.
Look at it.
I know. So,
Nothing
You know,
good goes fast,
and the
right?
plus is that we're gonna have the housing study update come back in October. So I think that will be helpful with developers, because we've got a lot of stuff happening downtown, and that's the prior developer. Got a little afraid, I think, about. So it was one of the business developers.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. Do you have any questions for me?
I got one thing.
I have a question, not on this list though.
Oh.
Shower and Schumacher,
Oh, Sharon Schumacher.
what's going on there?
Oh, it's under construction right now. I think they're working on the inside building at Adams first, because the law firm's going in there. So I think I've driven past it. Looks like they've got work being.
Replace the
They have a lot of
elevator,
those.
that's
Yep.
a big deal. Yeah,
Don't
first
start.
floor office, upper floor housing.
Yep, upper floor, like one big unit
Yep.
on the corner building, and then big box the lower. I think they cleaned the windows up.
Yeah, that's what I
Drove past
noticed,
it, so-
yeah.
But does they, I'll have to go past, there's no more wood in there?
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, so, trip down.
Oh.
Cool.
Nova, or the new land building over in the parking lot, is at its full height right now, so they put on
They are
the,
throwing
they
it.
put on the 8th story.
All of a sudden.
It
Yeah.
wasn't, what was that, Dina? It wasn't there Thursday, and the 8th floor was there Friday. So it's like,
Yeah, it wasn't there when I
it's
left,
like-
when I got back
it's
today.
like
It was when I
crazy
turned the corners
fast.
on the way here, I was like.
Very
Yeah.
cool, the church is getting a new entrance on Adams Street, so that hopefully will be mellow for them and they can deal with it.
It's almost completed, actually, the doors are in.
Or they,
Yeah, I saw that.
that was all, I just, every time I look out the window, I'm like, ooh. Like,
So I do have a question, this came up to me, what is going on, what are they gonna do in that alleyway or that, I mean, it's very tight, but it's still.
There's a 5-foot strip in between the church building, I don't believe they're putting walls in there.
It's just gonna be.
That's the way it.
Like an emergency exit
I think
way.
there's gonna be lighting,
Yeah.
lighting at that area, so it stays lit. They might do some hard work against the building, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I just, but I saw that, who that is.
I think the church had proposed some potential changes for that triangle bump out that was coming out. Maybe in the future that they might look at taking that down. Right, some more space.
Or, if I remember correctly, it was Nova wanted a walkway, church did not.
Yeah. So I'd really love to work that out if they wanted to put something together.
I mean, it's gonna be a walkway.
And there's gonna be a path, right?
Right.
There's space. The space exists.
Well, the second, well, actually, the third floors and above will have, patios.
Yeah, we're all
Have
bad.
patios, decks that'll hang over that area too, so I mean, yeah.
Is there a commercial on the first floor of the 8-story building along Washington?
Yes, I believe there's supposed to be a restaurant, a high-end
Yeah.
restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah, right at the corner, taking,
And sharing.
like, kind of, yeah, taking the corner,
shit, so there's one business going in there or?
just one.
I think it's one, and then it's a townhomes,
It's townhome along Cherry, I think there might be some office or something.
Like their
for the-
rental
there,
office.
yeah, on Washington. So,
on Adams,
Adams. Adam,
and then the entrance, I think, is on Adams, right? Garage.
the garage entrance, yeah. Yeah, interior parking,
It's a pool
physical
heated.
floors.
I don't know if the pool is heated.
It's gotta be, it's outside, I'm sorry.
I think it's probably gonna be heated.
It's gotta be heated, there's.
Pool's not heated.
And I
That's
think,
great.
if I remember correctly, they have a golf simulation room, and they have, it's a nice.
Those are like the really cheap
Yeah.
hotels that don't have heated pools, like, come on now.
Yeah, the one in Milwaukee has I want to say it's the 17th floor or something, has a movie screen where you sit outside and watch movies outside of the building.
Oh,
Oh.
that is.
So in other words, to address the comment I saw online, not low income housing. Okay.
It's
Definitely,
definitely not low income housing for this project.
it's high income housing.
Yeah.
Or maybe medium high.
I think it's on the
I think
high.
it's on the high.
I think it's high.
Yeah,
All right.
we're on now. All right. All right, then, let's see here. Special meeting for the comprehensive plan is September 4th, 2025, and the next regular meeting is September 8th, 2025.
Because number 8.
So much.
Oh, sorry.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Vinsky, second by Commissioner Daniels, all in favor.
Aye.
Aye. Goodbye.
All right.
Thank you.
Now, if you guys have any vicious comments for